Hey there, I'm back and I'm going to dive right into the topic. Today's topic is omniscience versus omnipotence. So, the argument I usually hear is that God, if he is all knowing, necessarily knows what he is going to do, and therefore he lacks the power to change what he is going to do. Conversely, if he can change what he's going to do, then that means he doesn't have knowledge of what he is going to do. It's undecided. So you can't. So the conclusion is that God can't have both all knowledge and all power. The problem I have with this argument is that it applies rules of relative time to the absolute. God is necessarily absolute. Whether or not you believe in the existence of God, that's a completely side issue. If you take it as a hypothetical and you run with the idea and you go down the logic and you follow it, you're going to come to the same conclusion. A being such as God is on what we could only accurately call the absolute platform or absolute time. What this might entail is up for discussion and probably a lot of speculation. The way I've always understood it is that God, on his platform, has simultaneous access to every point in relative time. So whereas in relative time we divide time up into notions of past, present, and future, in absolute time, or in eternity, if you want to call it that, there is no such thing as past and future. The only accurate assessment is just call it the eternal now. So everything that happens on the platform of God is spontaneous. He doesn't have knowledge of what he's going to do because such a thing doesn't exist. There is no such thing as future knowledge on the absolute platform. Everything is now. Everything is eternal. So everything that is going on eternally on that platform. If God is dancing, then God is eternally dancing. It's the way it goes. But does that limit God? I mean, some people would argue, well, if God's dancing eternally, then how can he be not dancing then? He doesn't have the power to not dance. Yeah, God can expand himself unlimitedly. Be dancing in one instance, be not dancing in another. Be doing something else in yet another instance. It's all just, we can't limit, we say God is one, but we can't limit the idea of oneness to a single particular form that must obey certain behaviors. At the same time, to limit God to being formless is also a problem. I wouldn't say that God is just a formless consciousness, as a lot of theists would say. I think that's limiting. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent on that. I'm just going to say that as far as the argument that God can't be all-knowing and all powerful, it's simply applying rules of relative time to something that doesn't need to abide by those rules. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say today. So it's going to be a short video, and I'm looking forward to responses. I will see you later.